Seems like the world is infatuated with luxury real estate, high-end stuff. You're going to learn more right here on Real Estate Talk Boston. Talking high-end luxury real estate in downtown Boston. Joined right now by Mark Doherty, Campion and Company. Mark, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, that high-end luxury market and ultra luxury, where do we define it at? What number you think?
I guess it's all relative, right? But for me, I would say somewhere in the $4 or $5 million range and above would probably dictate the super high end.
And what's interesting about that super high end is that segment of real estate trades completely different in a lot of ways than most segments of the market.
It really does. I mean, I think that you really have to view it as folks that are working in that category, that super high-end category, really have to be super knowledgeable in the marketplace of what things are trading for and what the product line is out there, and really have true working knowledge of that product.
In that segment, a lot of people, I think, are probably coming from outside the Boston area, right? There are plenty inside, but there's outside money coming as well.
There is a fair amount of people trading up or trading laterally. But yeah, a lot of it is empty nesters coming from maybe the western suburbs or the other high-end suburbs where they're empty nesters, and they're coming in and love the idea of the amenity package and living in the city and all that the city has to offer.
For that person that is looking to shop in that arena of real estate, how do you find the right person? Because not every broker is the right fit. There's a very small amount of brokers that are fit to buy and sell real estate.
Yeah, no, that's a fair question. I mean, to me, if it were me, the advice I would give someone is you really want to work with someone who's super knowledgeable in the marketplace, who really has worked in this category that you're looking in, that has the knowledge of each individual market. And you know, Campion and Company obviously dominates that high-end marketplace, but we're not the only folks. There's plenty of good people out there. But I think if I had to give advice, I would say you really want someone who has true working knowledge of the category that you're looking in. And
you have some great experience in that niche.
We do.
Your background is also unique to a lot of the brokers out there. Why don't you share with us how you got into it?
Well, I was doing commercial real estate for about 25 years in the shopping center business, retail specifically, and I felt the trends of that market going the wrong way, and I was always intrigued with the luxury market of the Back Bay and Beacon Hill and Boston in general. So for me, there was only one spot to go, which was Campion and Company, because you know, it dominates the marketplace. It's a boutique shop, and it's really a personal approach to it. The amount of volume we do is over 400 million in sales. So to do 400 million in sales out of a small boutique shop, which is higher than some of the big, huge shops that have as many as a couple hundred brokers in their office, that speaks volumes about what Campion and Company is really all about.
And that Doherty approach is a little bit different. I mean, it's
maybe that's true, and I view it as an advantage, because we would have to prepare for retail tenants coming into the marketplace, and there was a lot of preparation that went into it, because when they came in, you were picking up at the airport, handing them a tour book, and you were going for 2 or 3 days, showing them all parts of the marketplace. And it was spread out. It was a much bigger geographic area, but the preparation was critical, because you were educating these folks to the marketplace. I take that same approach to the Back Bay or Beacon Hill or the Seaport, where I want the folks to come into my car, hand them a book, and say, here's what we're going to look at today. It's very organized, it's very thought out, and we give them a true working knowledge of exactly what things are trading for, what things have sold for, what's available in the marketplace, and then we give our opinions on where we see the value.
The Doherty difference.
I like to call it that.
Sharky and the Doherty difference.
I like it.
Let's talk about, you have a few fantastic listings out there, but one is very unique to the market in that it seems to be a clean slate.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's because the owner of the property is a smart real estate guy. We're talking about the Ritz-Carlton Penthouse 2B. It's about a 4,300 square foot unit, and what he's elected to do was completely gut it. So it's completely gutted right now, and he's going to completely renovate it. And at this point, we can renovate it to a potential buyer's specifications, which is a really unique opportunity. And the one knock on the Ritz-Carlton is that, you know, some of the units are dated because it's a 17-year-old building.
Sure.
So for him to take that approach to it, speaks volumes about how unique of an opportunity that is. And we like to work with folks that are forward thinking like that really understand how to separate themselves from the pack. And that's what I think we're doing here in this unit. And it's a wonderful unit, by the way. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-car parking. It's 4,300 feet with a massive panoramic view of the city. So it's a really beautiful property.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you also have the unit next to it.
I do.
So if somebody wants to knock down the wall, is that possible?
You could have a 9,000 foot unit in the city. That would be wonderful. Yeah, we do. I just picked up the listing on the unit next door, which I sold previously. That's Penthouse 2A, which is 4,700 square feet, 3 parking spaces, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bath. So it's another breathtaking views of the back bay, overlooking the public garden, the back bay, and the Charles River. It's a breathtaking view unit. It's pretty special.
That's fantastic. And Joy Street as well.
Yeah, Joy Street's a little bit. We're in the middle of construction. The developers that I work for bought the old Appalachian Mountain Club, which is 3, 4, and 5 Joy Street. It's at the top of, it's between Mount Vernon and Beacon, so the very top of that section of Joy Street. It's going to be comprised, when it's completed, of 9 units. There'll be 3 triplex penthouses, 3 floor-throughs, and then 3 beautiful duplexes. And the unique part there is they're going to have backyards that look like a backyard in the suburbs. So we like to call it, Beacon Hill living with a suburban backyard. It's really going to be a special place.
Which is, once again, extremely unique.
Very unique.
To the city.
Again, it's fun to work with really great developers who like to separate themselves from the pack and really build a unique, beautiful product and spare no expense doing it.
Thanks for stopping by.
Pleasure.
If you're in the Boston area and looking to connect with Mark and his team directly over at Campion & Company, you can go to campionre.com. And remember, we have more real estate tips just like this right here on boston.com.